Hey everyone, and welcome to another live challenger commentary from a SkillCapped expert. This guide comes from our website, SkillCapped.com, where we have over 500 Smurf commentaries by the top players and coaches, teaching you exactly how to escape the rank that you're stuck in. There's 14 brand new commentaries added each week, and a site-exclusive feature where our challenger experts will answer any and all questions that you have. All of this and so much more can be unlocked at our website, SkillCapped.com, so click the link in the description below, head to SkillCapped.com, and get the rank you've always wanted.
Hey everyone, welcome to SkillCapped Smurf Commentaries. I'm BMXpex, a challenger jungler, and this game we're going to be playing Nautilus in Platinum 3 Elo. Just take a minute to look at their champions and what smite we're going to be running. Looks like a good red smite game. Run to our jungle entrance. Alright, so Nautilus is a new introduction to the jungle from the latest patch, where they changed his E to deal 150% bonus damage. Hopefully they don't clear that in time. Please! Ah, unfortunate. I can still hover here, because they don't really have any level 1 CC that I have to worry about. There's a chance that, Diana wraps around? So they're definitely warded my red. I can actually reset and just buy Sweeper right away. And that way I could at least clear the ward. Back to what I was mentioning though, the Nautilus E buff, which does 150% damage to monsters, makes him a lot more viable in the jungle and in his clear. Looking at our lane matchups, we don't really have any good lanes to begin with, so I'm just going to opt into bottom lane because it's just slightly easier with the utility that we have from Ashe Slow, Shaco Box Sphere. Obviously when you're clearing with Nautilus level 1, you're going to start W, gives you auto reset and powered auto attacks. It's just better than all the other abilities at the beginning of the game. Oh, it looks like it's Master E mid. That's an interesting twist. And Lucian top. I was gonna 6-camp clear, but actually it's better to 5-camp clear on Nautilus. So I'm gonna opt for that. E second when you're doing Raptors especially. Always try to auto W because it's an auto reset as well, which is really useful. There's not really a point to auto attacking each individual small raptor aside until after you've killed the large one. Just because the stun doesn't really do anything for a small raptor. So auto W, just auto reset there. Master Yi did leave lane, so he's probably deboarding my blue. Is there a chance he's here with Diana? Okay, looks like he just warded. So we don't have really good ganking potential. Oh, I have 2 smite stacks I want to use up, but bot's like the easiest out of all the lanes for us to play into. I'm just holding my smite there just because I didn't want any, just for how long he was gone, I didn't want any chance that like maybe Diana was in the bush there. But it's not good to set on 2 smite charges because it'll mean that you're not always charging another smite, which means you're going to have your final smite upgrade delayed. But if it's the difference between like 5-second risk of having a stolen and having a delayed smite of 5 seconds, I'll take the smite delay. I'm gonna opt in to get level 4 first, even though this is gankable. I should expect it to be warded, and there's no rush to gank bot or right then. I should be clear. I don't think there's any way she dies, and this gives me a better angle to gank bot from behind where they don't expect me. Obviously maxing E because your E is what was buffed and it has the highest base damage, does the most of your jungle camps. Here's a really good flank angle I get. I'm going to prioritize Senna. There we go, E here. Oh, he didn't let me get the assist, but not too bad. It's not really good, but I can't do much. I like to trade a kill in a 3v2, but I can't control what my AD carry does, so not a big deal. I don't have Demolish, so there's no point hitting tower. The runes we ran, because I didn't get to cover those before we started, were Aftershock, Shield Bash, obviously because Nautilus W is very strong, and then we have Conditioning for the extra armor and MR, and then Revitalized, again, shield buff, as well as healing buff. And for Nautilus jungle, the typical build, the reason why AP Nautilus isn't as viable is because his AP ratios are pretty low on most of his abilities, around 40%, except for his R, which goes up to 80%. But that is not going to outweigh the utility of tank Nautilus, because you're also not really a one-shot champ in terms of like, you're pretty straightforward, one-dimensional, like, oh, I'm gonna throw my hook, auto attack you, use my RE. So it's pretty easy for the enemy team to outplay you, and if you're full AP and they dodge that hook, and maybe gap goes over a wall to avoid you kind of chain CCing with R, then you're gonna be kind of useless. Whereas if you're full tank, your base damage is pretty high, and you're gonna have a lot more utility in the fights. On top of that, all of the tank buffs to items like Warmogs, which I'll get into a moment, and Randuin's and Frozen Heart, and Abyssal Mask as well, just makes it too good to pass up going tank Nautilus. I can do a situational gank mid while I'm pathing to bot side. I shouldn't really use Supo here, and she just took an aggressive trade as I was trying to... I'm gonna cut over, I'm just scouting any other wards. Oh, close. I'm not going to waste too much time. I'm just cutting to bot side. Yeah, looks like Diana got the dragon. Can hook here. Oh, I got hit by that anyways. Wait, oh, she doesn't have any mana. They 4-man mid. Do they use anything? Master ER. Oh, if you get a kill, it'd be nice. I think she does to ignite. Senecu? Nice, I get assist too. Really good. Alright, so because we lost that first dragon, we're going to be opting into a pathing towards top side. So we want to do our blue side. Do I catch mid? No, she has TP. Okay. Back to the build though. Because of the Warmog exchange, which is huge, the item is extremely gold efficient. It used to be a total of 3000 HP, and now it's down to 1100 bonus HP. And Warmogs gives you 800 bonus HP, and then Bombies gives you 300 bonus HP. So immediately that already completes the Warmog passive requirement, which puts the item at 430% gold efficient, which is crazy. So because of that, this new build I'm testing is a Bombies Rush into immediately Warmogs, and you can combine this with Tabby or Merc Treads or whatever boots you need. And then on top of that, maybe grab like a mana crystal if you're having some mana issues, and this can be viable on many other tanks. But you don't need to complete the mythic, so it's just about the bombies straight into the Warmogs. And the utility of that Warmogs, the gold efficiency, just gonna hard out value the mythic item. You can, after you complete the Warmogs, complete mythic, but you can also just go into tank items after, like Frozen Heart or Randuin's or Abyssal Mask, whatever you want to opt into. Gonna look to get the crab here. We finally hit level 6. The issue with this game is just our lanes have very low kill pressure. Aside from top, I guess top is a lot higher now. But when you have a Kale mid, trying to stack CC. I think he gets knocked. Oh, he doesn't get knocked up. Do I have passive stun again? I'll just sit there. I could have flashed away, but I wanted to try and just deal as much CC and damage so I can clean up, which I think she should kill both of them if she plays this correctly. It doesn't look like she's playing it correctly. She should just run if she can. Nice, at least she gets out there. Where's the random or Warmogs? There we go. We also don't want the... We don't want the Giant's Belt. It's just because we're stacking flat HP, we want more like useful passives early. So whether it be health regen or CDR, the flat HP is going to be the least useful out of all the components to be getting when I'm stacking this much raw health early. So we're going to opt... Actually, she might be doing that. I can't really get there in time at this point, so it might just be a sacrifice. Yeah, so they just get those early Herald and early Dragon, which is unfortunate. This is mainly due to the mid matchup in terms of not really having any mid prio, mid pressure, pretty weak 2v2. But we scale really well, so it's not too big of a deal if we lose those early objectives. And they were all on hit squishies. I also opt into Inspiration Boot secondary. You can go any secondary really if you want. You can go into Triumph and Tenacity, or Domination with Ultimate Hunter, whatever you want. I just prefer the free boots. The one downside though is against a comp like this, it would have been nice to rush Tabby. So I could have done something like Domination secondary and then grab tier 2 boots rush, and that'd be slightly more efficient with the HP raw stack. But anyways, we can look to gank top next here. And ignore those small ones. Just run straight Nautilus or Lucian here. Kill's kind of AFK. I'm gonna enter with R just so we can't reposition with autos. Seems like Kill's AFK. I'm just waiting for. Okay, he's out. I was gonna say I'm gonna wait. GGC? I don't know what she's doing. I'm gonna wait for my passive, but he got too much distance with the movement speed from his W. But it's not a big deal. We can get some tower plates here. We don't know where Diana is. Nice, I got the kill, which is nice. I just didn't want to commit without knowing where Diana was, and then once I got that heal buff and knew she was committing with me, I could just go. I'll look for the spot crab. We'll probably lose Dragon as well. We did... I don't remember if he flashed. I think he flashed. I'm not 100% sure, actually. Oh. Let me reposition Kale or Akali because she's mid now. Really good by Akali to play. Oh, so close. To play aggressive there. To stop them from getting that dragon by killing the Senna. I'm not gonna get to there to get the kill, so I'll just start this dragon up. Takes away a lot of their tempo from getting soul and snowballing that into like first tower, in terms of like getting dragon, getting a gank off. So that was really good by Akali. Can look to cover to shift TP. She might just TP mid here. Oh, looking for the kill. The only issue with this build is you lack a little bit of mana sustain. It's not too bad, you just have to be a little bit careful with the abilities you're spamming. I want to pull this towards my Shaco so I'm not too overextended. You want to be maxing E and then Q second on Nautilus because they are the highest base damage abilities, and your W does gives you the shield. The base shield is pretty low, but the bonus health that stacks with it to give you a higher shield is a max health. Sorry, that was not very clear. Essentially, your W gives you a shield with a base of like 40-85 and then % max health, but because that's gonna scale, it's gonna be better to max last. Even though I'm maxing just like raw HP, we complete the Warmogs, and then I'm just gonna opt right into Tabby. We have that effective 1100 HP at 9 minutes, so our Warmogs just became 430% gold efficient, which is ridiculous. And if you combine this with aftershock resistances, the resistances from conditioning and shield bash, like it just, and then you rush tier 2 boots into like an armor item or MR item, you just become super strong, especially when your base health is already. What I want is to kind of wait for them to stack up a bit. He was able to actually reposition, but I should be able to get up to her here. You generally want to enter just with autos if you can. Nice, really good. just because that guarantees, that auto stun guarantees your other abilities. But if they're already slow to CC, then you can just enter with Q or R. R is also a really good engage tool as well. Just be careful they don't have too much mobility to reposition like they did there, where they were originally stacked, and then by the time my R got in range, Mastery just ran to the side and I was unable to double knock them up. Be aware of the Diana running here, so I'm just kind of standing between her and the buff if she comes. Don't want to dive mid, not going to greed for wolves. I'm going to go back to our jungle. The next one we can play for is the Herald, but I don't want to start it when, you know, they have their Lucian here, Diana here, and Master Yi, and my soul laners are not in lane right now. And we have the Scuttle to know if she's starting it, which is useful enough. I unfortunately don't have a ping, because if I walk in here, she might just go and take my red while I'm not looking. Okay. I don't need to take this, you just give it to a Kali. Because I'm just a utility tank. Oh, it almost looked like she did take it. Alright, nice. We see our Raptors, useful. This stage of the game, we're pretty strong. I want to start utilizing my Warmog just so you the utility of it. But I'm just going to smite this actually. Pretty inefficient smite because it was 600, but I just want to get onto this Herald as soon as possible. Ping on my way, so maybe my Kali cancels the recall. Warn them bot about Diana. Our main goals at this point is just break mid tower, secure this Herald, play the next dragon, just the standard objective focus. And we have quite a bit of control because of how strong we are. Generally, you don't want to use your Q just because it's a relatively long cooldown and it's important for disengaging. As well as turning and engaging. So if you end up using that on... I wonder if he's going to dash here maybe. Just clearing the wave. Okay. Oh, he did. Nice. I'm just going to enter with R so I can kind of guarantee this. I didn't really need to use it. It just takes away any potential for him to flash away. We can also stack this with a Herald drop on mid tower. I don't know about this TP. I could have waited a little bit longer because we should be getting this to double crash. We would have if she walks up. I can just let's play the dragon now. So we put any vision. Look, so I get chunked, right? We wait 6 seconds. I can just stand here. Oh, I may have red buff too, so this is a little bit deceiving because I'm getting red buff healing. But I'm getting 100 health back every second after 6 seconds. So the item just becomes super, super valuable. So I can take really aggressive trades. I can get really, as long as I'm not dying and I'm not getting chunked way before like 10 seconds or like 5 seconds before an objective spawns so that they can rush it, then I'm able to utilize the passive and it just becomes so broken. I'm gonna play to potentially dive bot or just take the tower because it's already really low. I know Senna's probably here as well. Nice, we get the tower. Can take her Raptors. Oh, her red buff is up as well. Can rotate to this. Like, they're just not allowed to really walk in their jungle here. This is a pretty bad spot to have it just because they have vision in this area, so I just smited it to kind of guarantee. Look how ridiculous this is. Just full tank. I wanted to like, oh, there we go. I was like, I wanted to like alt stack a bunch of people, but oh, I think I got, yeah. I'm just gonna flash out. Watch. This is a good example, right? So I'm 1900 HP, or I'm 100 HP, 190 HP. Just stand here, wait for this 6 seconds to be up. 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. And then now I can just run back in their jungle instead of resetting. Or if, let's say, Baron was up, I just run straight to Baron and we start doing that. Like, the item just becomes ridiculously gold efficient. I can even maybe look to solo kill Lucian if he's recalling here. Because I have red smite. Lucian. I feel like he ran into this bush and started doing Gromp. And I'm just like, we're just... Oh no, okay. Yeah, I don't know what he did. Maybe he saw me and ran. Like out there. It also lets you stay on the map. So let's say you get into a fight and you get chunked and the enemy team thinks you've reset. Then you can just go into a bush, heal back up, and then come back into the fight again. And they won't expect that, which is crazy. I'm pretty broken right now. Just get stall fights out. What? I just want to smite Baron here. Oh, I couldn't get in range. I don't know how the hook missed though. I thought I timed that perfectly. That was my bad. Because if hook landed, then I don't die. And then I was trying to get, but I got slowed or snared by Senna W. Anyways, okay, so from this point on, we can opt into completing Mythic. I'm gonna grab the tabbies for sure though, because obviously there's 5 auto attackers on their team. And then from here, item-wise, Frostfire Gauntlet's really good, Sunfire's really good. Frostfire Gauntlet's a little bit overkill, but it is kind of a good CC stack. Similar to like on Sejuani, like even though she has W slow, it's like that combined with the Frostfire Gauntlet slow, it's just making it like impossible for them to get out. But you can opt in for literally any 3. I would opt into Frostfire or Sunfire. They're pretty much all the same at this point. None of them are extremely broken over the others. Another option is really good to stack with Warmog's Rush is Gargoyle, but in this game, because 5 auto attackers, we're obviously going to do the Thornmail, and I don't really care about my Mythic passive. I can get that after. But run back on the map. Look to secure the ideally this timer. I mean, we can do Baron right now actually if we want. It just depends on if my teammates rotate. And if they don't rotate within a fast enough timer, then we just play for Dragon. So it looks like he wants to reset, getting chunked out. Always use your W as an auto reset timer. This vision clearing isn't that useful just because we're not actually playing the Baron, we're playing the Dragon, and I'm not going to have Sweeper anymore. So it's kind of a waste. So you always want to be kind of aware of that. But we do have pretty good vision setup from boxes and Shaco wards, so I was able to waste that without really getting punished too much. Obviously we're just playing the Dragon, so we just kind of chill mid, hover AD carry. They do that, and then we enter with R. I'm trying to, look at this, I'm pretty much 1v3. Oh, I might be dead though. I have Q in a second. I'm gonna Q Senna here. So as long as you can kite out fights a little bit and don't hard commit, then watch, I'll get my Warmogs popping in. So it's all about kind of engaging, absorbing a lot of pressure, and then getting out to regen. You don't want to hard commit with the Warmogs, otherwise you'll just die. And then you won't really be able to utilize that gold efficiency of the item. So now we go to Dragon, and then we'll play to prepare for the Baron, and we'll complete our Thornmail, and then look to go into, I think I'm going to do the Frostfire, just because the only person that can really deny the slow slash make it not effective is the Master Yi ultimate. Other than that, it's just super strong item. Oh, I think my teammates are doing the Baron. I don't really want them to do this, because I'm sitting on a lot of gold. It's not a big deal, there's no way they kill us all here, even. And before we all die. Oh, this looks like a really good R stack here. Okay, well, I say that and then I completely waste them. This is a nice thing about Nautilus, you can just hook the wall to disengage. That's why you shouldn't enter with hook, because the cooldown's not very low. This is a good ult stack, and then just ult Senna and hits one person. That's fine, we don't lose anything, we don't die. We can grab our Thornmail. And then now we'll complete our Mythic. There's not really a reason to not do Mythic second. Like, I think most likely I'll just be doing Warmog's Rush, tier 2 boots, and then complete Mythic. But you always need that bombing center first. Okay, I'll grab the components here. The only reason I'm doing it Thornmail second this game is just because they have 5 auto attackers. It's just too good to not get. And if I don't need my Mythic, then like, why not? But now we're playing for this Baron here. Always like this. Get the mid prowl. And then get vision control, which we have a little bit of right now. And then we play the Baron. And that's the strategy. So now this is where the super is more effective. I can clear out any vision they have deep in their jungle. I should be bush camping because there's a little bit of time where they just caught mid wave. Looks like Area Carry kept pressure, which is good. Where if they had cleared that wave and then ran into the jungle, I would have been over here and they would have been putting wards down. Okay, I'm trolling. I don't think I need R. Miss R. Alright. We could probably just end the game, but it's just safer to do Baron and then push through top. And it's only making the game easier for them if we try to end the game. And it just means we have to play for like an extra, 2-3 minutes. Oh my god. See, 1 HP and then it regened like 150. That's crazy. Yeah, we just rotate into the top wave here. Really good by Shaco to get that empowered and pushing while we take jungle camps. I'm gonna blast pen over the wall here if they're trying to defend. I'm not gonna burn flash to hook him here. Another only one man ult, sad. Varus completely missing ult. But I'm not too worried about getting chunked. Ooh. I just keep out of combat, get my passive. 90, 90, 90. Oh, I'm back in combat though. Utilize the Warmogs and power the cannon wave, and then we can rotate into the bot wave next. We just want to be using all 3 lanes with Baron and power to pretty much just close out the game. Can't really stop us as long as we don't hard dive. We're under Aftershock. Just gotta kite these fights out, wait on your cooldowns, don't overcommit. Well, I was hoping one of them would walk up, but the Shaco box was still applying a lot of pressure. I can just completely tank this tower. Also, when it's not champion combat, it's only a 3-second cooldown on the Warmog's passive, so that's a really useful tip for, if you're tanking tower or going into fights, knowing if you got the Warmog passive. But extremely strong. The only issue is some mana problems if you overspam abilities. But other than that, very high base damage, really strong champ.
And remember, this guide comes from our website SkillCapped.com, where we have over 500 Smurf commentaries by the top players and coaches teaching you exactly how to escape the rank that you're stuck in. Not only that, but we release 14 brand new Smurf commentaries with cutting edge builds and meta champions every single week. And if that wasn't enough, we have a site exclusive feature where you can ask the Challenger expert any question you want, anything you're struggling with or confused about, and are guaranteed a response by them. All of this can be unlocked for as little as $5 a month and is backed by our rank improvement guarantee. That means a full refund if you don't improve. That's not all, you also get the most comprehensive League of Legends training on the internet with over 900 videos and 150 courses teaching you exactly what you need to know to improve. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below, head to SkillCapped.com and join the hundreds of thousands of satisfied SkillCapped members and get that rank you've always wanted.